England and West Indies. Joshua da Silva hits 50 as he shepherds tail beyond England's score. Chris Woakes takes 3-48 to help reduce West Indies to 95-6 in response to England's first innings 204 all-out. Joshua da Silva, 54 no, brings up fourth. Test 50 shortly before stumps as he and the tail secure the hosts a 28-run lead by stumps. The West Indies tail wagged in a similar way that England's did on the first evening as the hosts earned themselves a 28-run advantage when closing day 2 of the third test in Grenada on 232-8. England had reduced the West Indies to 95-6 after a 3-wicket burst from Chris Woakes, 3-48, after lunch, but as the pitch began to flatten out, Joshua da Silva, 54 no, first added 49 for the 8th wicket with Alzari Joseph, 28, and then an unbroken 55 for the 9th with Kemar Roach, 25 no, to see the home side beyond England's score. Recommended. 1/5. England batter Jason Roy handed suspended 2-game international ban after disciplinary hearing. Read more. Recommended by. In the final flourishes of the day, the visitors claimed the second new ball, but with their pace attack flagging, Da Silva brought up a fourth test 50. With a terrific whipped 4 through mid-wicket as the runs flowed late in the day. Scorecard, Day 1 in Grenada, as it happened. Sky Cricket YouTube, cricket videos, cricket news. England seamers lack threat with new ball. The tourists, having been bowled out for 204 to close out Day 1, Jack Leach, 41 no, and Saqib Mahmood, 49, sharing in a 90-run last wicket stand after they'd suffered their own middle-order collapse, started the day poorly as Craig Brathwaite, 17, and John Campbell, 35, safely negotiated the threat of the new ball putting on a 50 partnership. England's seamers failed to carry the same threat as the West Indies quicks from the day before, guilty of bowling too wide and not finding the right length on the livelier surface prepared for the series decider. But Ben Stokes, 2-40, as is so often the case, stepped up and bagged the first wicket, getting 1-2. Keep low and pin Brathwaite in front. The visitors, buoyed by the breakthrough, suddenly sparked into life and struck twice more in as many overs before the lunch interval. Shamar Brooks, 13. Falling to Mahmood, 1-39, in much the same manner as Brathwaite, and Campbell gloving a Craig Overton, 2-71, delivery down the leg side after being unsettled by a sustained spell of short-pitched bowling in which he was twice struck on the helmet. Short ball tactic works for Woakes. Overton's spell had given England a blueprint of sorts to follow, and Woakes adopted it accordingly after the interval, bouncing out Nkrumah Bonner, 4, and Jason Holder, 0, in the same over, before adding Jermaine Blackwood, 18, later in the spell, getting the benefit of the doubt on a marginal LBW call. It left the West Indies teetering on 95-6, still some 109 runs in arrears, but the final 4 wickets proved much tougher for the tourists to prize out as the pitch deedened and the ball got older. Kyle Mayers, 28, and Joseph capitalized, playing a couple of enterprising cameos to complement Da Silva dropping Ankara the other end, though both ultimately perished to loose strokes. Da Silva 50 and stubborn tail frustrates England. Stokes again had the golden touch as Mayers tamely chipped one straight to Mahmood at mid-on just before tea, while Joseph was the only wicket to fall in the final session as he toe-edged a nick behind when lining up a wild swing at Overton. England, growing increasingly frustrated, beat Roach's outside edge on multiple occasions late in the day but crucially couldn't find the edge, while Da Silva grew in confidence against an increasingly weary attack and brought up a richly deserved and potentially crucial half-century shortly before the close. West Indies and England will resume the third test at 2 p.m. UK time on Saturday. Follow over-by-over text commentary from 1:45 p.m. on skysports.com and the Sky Sports app.